Thanks very much. Welcome to Chapel Hill. Our ACC Network doubleheader starts here tonight with the Golden Bears and the Tar Heels. First meeting since late December of 1998 for Cal and Carolina. Great to be with Corey Alexander and Jim Boeheim tonight, West.
Absolutely. Ian Jackson getting the job done, over 20 points per game in ACC play, and now a fixture in the starting lineup. No way Hubert Davis can take him out and sit him on the bench.
Petritus and the Bears here in the front court. Sissoko, the big fellow, the transfer from Michigan State. And Petritus with the opening possession. And this is Javon Blackshear Jr. on the attack. Campbell the three from the right. Long rebound, Petritus. Bears right back at him. Runner by Campbell is up and good.
And that's the thing they're going to be worried about. It's a small team. I think Hubert has gone with a small team. It's been good for him, but you're going to give up some offensive rebounds.
And Cal averages over 12 offensive rebounds per game. And it's rare that you ever come into the Dean E. Smith Center and find a team that's a better offensive rebounding team than the Tar Heels. However, that's been the case often this year.
Here's Jalen Washington, the hero of Saturday, over Sissoko, and the jump shot good.
We watched Jay Wash work on that.
With all these little guys out here, he has to be a presence for them. They need him inside, blocking shots, rebounding.
Blackshear uses the Sissoko screen against Powell and knocks down the jump shot. Javon's only had one double-figure game. Davis. And now here's Jackson with his first touch. Over Stojakovic and knocks it down. The captain is in the building early.
He made every shot in practice today. Every play they ran, he made every one. And he started out the same way tonight.
Coach Boeheim, UM West, both were a little surprised when I told you that as a young player, he did not shoot the basketball well. He's a guy that's put a lot of work in on the jump shot. But you can see the work is paying off.
Look at this. Powell, the link to the floor.
Transition contest. You got to get back. You got to be able to get back.
And there's a turnover at the post. Carolina running again. Here's Powell on another scoop. And Campbell collects.
But, Coach, this is a team, when you think about the Cal Bears, that does not handle the basketball extremely well. They're a -30 on the season, and they have a higher turnover rate than assists. So this is the last team you want to do that against, correct?
You can't let them get in transition. And,
there goes Cadeau.
They're talking about transition, but it's easy to talk about very hard.
Jeremiah Wilkinson had his shot rejected. Seth Trumble's come on the floor, by the way, during the timeout for Drake Powell in the Carolina order. And here's Cadeau out front for three. Standing three for Elliot Cadeau is just his 13th of the year.
A much different team.
Stojakovic at three. Bounds away. The rebound. Cadeau ahead for Jackson in transition. Layup good.
He's really good.
It's in. They trail 8. Stojakovic without a basket so far.
Well, and you know, I mean, once again, he's got the assignment of having Seth Trimble, their best perimeter defender, defending him. I tell you what, Campbell's been able to find some success, especially when he's gotten in the paint.
Yeah, 6 for DJ Campbell, by the way. Transfer from Western Carolina out to the Cal program. He played for Justin Gray last year in Cullowhee. There's Cadeau, another shot. He's got 7. Elliot Cadeau had 4 points, 11 assists Saturday.
Because of Jackson, and Cadeau's a little bit more aggressive, too.
Here's Wilkinson, the missed jumper. Ola Joseph inside and scores with the right hand.
Ola Joseph is springy inside right there. Not only going after the one-on-one afterwards, they're showing it off here in Chapel Hill.
Here's Dort right back to work. It's like a big man drill in Music City. Dort trying to turn with the left hand off the glass.
Call it, please.
He's saying 1-1 right now, Coach. He and Lou
rebound. And look at Davis fight for it. Saves for Cadeau, back for Trimble, in traffic, draws the foul. And we'll step aside. Free throws for the
to his teammates, but it shows the type of okay to give Converse to you.
That's right. Trimble hits both free throws. ACC Network, and of course always available for you on the ESPN app.
The second leg of this trip for the Cal Bears, and in my opinion, coach, WD,
Yeah.
I think they should have been here for the last 2 to 3 weeks. When you're not in class, it's the best time for both Cal and Stanford coming from the West Coast to stay here and play 4 to 6 games and make it just an extended road trip. Everybody wants to be in the NBA, so make it an NBA-type experience.
Trimble on the drive. That's his first field goal.
They don't go back to class until next week. And so this is the third full week of ACC conference action. And this is a time where they could have just spent on the East Coast.
Here's Withers off the steal. Jalen just sneaks the dunk down with 2 hands.
As a head coach, how do you manage the personalities and the expectations of guys who were starters and now have to come off the bench?
It's tough. That's not easy. And he's a guy that thinks he should be starting, which every player should. That's a good play. Inside a little bit, but it's still a very effective transition.
Titus, a couple of free throws here. He got 1 of the 2. Carolina's had 7
to go get the offensive rebound.
Cal touched it last. It'll stay with the Tar Heels. And here's Trimble on the catch with 8 to shoot. Working against Blackshear. Seth into traffic. Oh, what a tricky move in the score for Trimble.
But he did that the entire non-conference, especially after coming back from injury.
Lead is 11 here now for Carolina as we work toward 9 minutes in this first half. Shot clock at 5, and Ritas Petritis. Ola Joseph for 3, and it rings the bell.
They needed that one.
Ola Joseph's giving them good minutes off the bench, coming in and the offensive rebound put back, now knocking down at 3.
There goes Cadeau. Trying to get it back to Washington. He'll save it for Jackson. Ian, a pull up at 16 feet is good. 7 for Ian Jackson.
I love the relationship between he and Hubert Davis. Coach talked to us about every night. 12:30 a.m. he gets a text message from Captain Jack saying, "Coach, did I get better today? What can I do to make this team better and make myself better as an individual?" And of course, no coach is asleep, so
he's
really rest.
He's up till 1. We do have a game.
Good.
Come on, get to sleep.
Stojakovic trying to find his way to the basket, put it up in traffic. Sissoko, the stick back. Sissoko's got 6. He's had 2 double-figure rebound games this year, including 1 against Virginia. But a half dozen points is heavy work in the scoring column for Maudie.
And they're all second-chance buckets.
And there's Cadeau adding to his total.
But you can see Cal daring Cadeau to shoot the basket.
Davis backing out on the bounce.
You know what would really help RJ is to either get to the free throw line or see a layup go through it. I mean, regardless of how great of a player and scorer you are, it's always good to see it easy when you go through it.
For good playmaking by him there.
Absolutely. And again, he's in the top wearing masks.
Yeah.
I go to Syracuse multiple times.
Sure.
The second time I go, my guy has on a clear mask.
He does, yeah.
And he was the best lip read as we see Stojakovic with his first bucket.
Here's Davis now working on Blackshear. Boy, Cal's done a really good job of staying in front of R.J. Davis in this first half. Jackson with 7 to shoot. Now here's Washington over Dort. And another jump shot for Jalen Washington.
And we talked about the
winning bucket and game-winning shot. How much confidence does that give a player like Washington who has struggled at times throughout the season?
Well, you can see it tonight. I mean, he thinks he's going to make it. Before he was shooting like he thought he might miss.
Look at the tough drive by Cadeau. Elliot Cadeau's got 11. And the net crew, by the way, is in South Bend for Georgia Tech, Notre Dame. And that's followed by Cal and Duke and Durham. Right here on ACCN, streaming live on the ESPN app. Blackshear the drive. Sissoko another rebound inside, and the stick back over the on the floor. Here's Jeremiah Wilkinson, freshman against freshman here with Powell guarding, and now Davis picks up. 7 to shoot. Wilkinson almost turned it over. Sissoko rolls around. 2 to shoot. Ola Joseph and 1 on the loop and foul. A 3-point trip pressure.
The last time they did this, they dropped back and went man-to-man. Now it looks like they're going to stay in the zone defensively. So Mark Madsen trying to switch it up.
3-ball Davis.
That's the way they get out of the zone.
R.J. Davis is 35th 3 of the year.
Which is significant.
Yes, we'll show you the details here in a second. And we're going to get a turnover. Stojakovic trying to run it down. He'll recover against Trimble. And fire with,
I'm not sure he knew that there was 10 shots on the shot clock.
And here's Trimble on the run out, and he lost it.
That was a disaster.
Stojakovic thinking that.
Ball inbounds to the Bears with 5 seconds. Here's Blacksher. Jalen Washington out front, and Blacksher still fires, and air balls one at the hole. What a weird, bulky end to the first 20 minutes, guys.
Carolina's defense.
Petritis the rebound.
Contact there.
Boy, Jackson comes up. I think he felt that a little bit on the fall. Blacksher a three. And slapped around again. Petritis one more. Pushes it up and off the window.
Another offensive rebound, adding to the second chance points, now an 11-2 advantage.
Washington for Jackson. Petritis on the switch. And Cadeau turned it over. Petritis. And he will foul him on the drive, and Rytis Petritis will get a
go. Let him go, because they understand how important Elliot Cadeau is staying on the.
Oh yeah. Stojakovic against Trimble. Andre. Boy, really skilled, Corey, where he is on the floor.
But that's a bad trap.
They didn't need to.
You don't need to. Seth Trimble has Stojakovic under control right there, and you leave with Stojakovic being able to see over Trimble where he doesn't have that size advantage over Drake Powell.
And by the way, the
There we go.
Golden Bears want to run, and then R.J. Davis hit the floater. He's got 5. Cal had outscored Carolina 4-0 to start the half. Here's Stojakovic again, double teamed. Back for Sissoko, who will push it up and in.
Every time you double team, you leave that guy. And, you know, it's a good strategy, but it's also not good strategy. They're doing a pretty good job straight up on Stojakovic. You may not need to double team.
Here's Stojakovic against Jackson. Ian right down the lane, took the contact, and will draw the foul. Second time he's taken a spill under
The trip east.
So Jackson at the line.
Sometimes a guy like Manny, a really physical inside presence.
Well, and how much of that has to do also with he's going up against.
And get to the basket and get your stuff on the offensive glass.
Here's Lubin setting the screen. Davis foul line. Leaves it for Powell. Long three. Good. Drake Powell's got 5. And we talked about stick back. I'll get you poor folks out of this right here.
Please, give me a review.
Powell missed the 2 shots. Carolina still got an 11-point lead. And Blacksher on the hard drive. And Sissoko the dunk.
Sissoko has been a problem for the Tar Heels.
14 now from Mady Sissoko.
Because one of the things I love most is how when his offensive players are driving, he's relocating himself to the open area to be able to catch and finish.
And he's much better doing that than trying to go one-on-one down there. He's a much better finisher off the rebound or off the bounce pass back.
There goes the drive and the score by Jackson through the tight quarters. Ironically, 4 to shoot. Look at the hard drive and shot by Trimble that rattled out. Here's Andre Stojakovic, who still has just the 2 points in the ball game. He'll fire inside. Sissoko the catch and flush. He's got 16 now. That ties his career high from when he was at Michigan State against Kentucky. Back to a 9-point Carolina lead.
The way he's playing right now doesn't look like he's going to slow down at all. But now Lubin coming in with the second chance opportunity. Given
Stojakovic rejected by Lubin.
Unless they're successful like Lubin has been for the second time in this game.
Jackson in the corner. Powell a shot fake. Drive. Tried to feed Van Allen. He caught it and scored. Largest lead of the night now for the Tar Heels. Trimble against Blacksher. Here's R.J. Davis. Boy, Wilkinson played over the top of the Van Allen Lubin screen. And Withers from the corner. Rattles on the third.
Oh, when he makes shots like that.
Yeah, believe it or not, they bought season tickets for Boston College games because it was cheaper to buy season tickets for the games than it would be to buy the 1 ticket for Duke. As crazy as that sounds.
That does sound
I
crazy.
believe it. I believe it.
But they're going to have.
And the first free throw is good. By the way, they refresh. That guy right there gets a little something extra in the check tonight, guys.
Absolutely.
It's a quick change.
10 feet away from the basket, forcing Cadeau to take the shot and be a scorer compared to a facilitator.
Campbell to pull up. And the rebound from Trimble.
I think they put a lid on that basket.
Look out, Trimble, and here's R.J. Davis, and Dort going to be call for the foul. Big lead.
Balance.
Lead Dort.
Take the 2 fouls and be happy.
And fall down on RJ.
True.
We may be going to have to get RJ off the floor.
Look away for Jalen Washington. Blocked by Dort. Saved by Jalen Washington.
Heck of a block.
Cadeau. Layup good.
And I love how Cadeau has done good. It's encouraging Jalen Washington to shoot threes. He wants him to shoot a couple in practice every night, even if he misses them, to make sure he becomes more confident of taking those shots. As Elliot Cadeau gets to the basket uncontested once again. I believe Cadeau's figured out how Cal is trying to play him, and he's taking advantage of it.
15-0 run for Carolina in the last 5.5 minutes.
You can't let a guy like that get driving space, and he's getting driving space every time.
Ola Joseph from the foul line area. Straight layup.
But as we were talking about, Jalen Washington.
Ola Joseph tees one up. And the long rebound taken out of there by Trimble. Look at Seth Trimble now, and a little Euro in the bucket. He had Christian Tucker beat, and it's his third field goal.
I'm not sure how his offensive scoring back the way that he was playing in the non-conference before having to miss 3 games due to injury. He could absolutely be 6th man of the year in the league.
Sissoko back out front. Here's Tucker's 3, and it's good. 6th 3 of the year for Christian Tucker.
And that was a better look than they've been getting.
Jackson, Trimble, Washington, Cadeau, and Withers for Carolina. And Andre Stojakovic still over there with 2 points, by the way, as Cadeau missed the layup. Here's a pull-up 2 by Blackshear, and Stojakovic on the stick back gets his 2nd field goal.
WD, I shot that shot a lot, the pull-up 3 in transition. However, I made a few of them too.
It's a hard shot, I think.
But it's a harder shot when you haven't made any of them. Now, would you agree with that?
That's true. But it's a hard shot. I don't like that shot. It's not an easy shot.
Look at Jackson challenging Sissoko and gets the roll.
That's a hard shot. However, Ian Jackson makes it look so easy for personality.
Look out now. Trimble to the basket.
That's goaltending.
That should have been a goaltending call. Looked like that might have been in the cylinder.
It was. Backboard.
Stojakovic. Tucker. Right-hand runner spins in. Christian Tucker with 5. And the other way goes Trimble, and he held onto the rim to keep from falling after the contact from Sissoko.
They've got good. They're guarding the ball, and they're making it tough for Stojakovic. Is a really good player, and he
plays because they don't have the rebounding and the rim protection that they've had to take the shot to miss.
Here's R.J. Davis against Wilkinson. Now back to Ian Jackson. He'll work through traffic. Took the contact. And the foul.
But his athleticism and ability to get downhill, and that's not a small bump he's taking there from Sissoko. That's a strong defender, but still the concentration to be able to get it on the glass and get a bucket.
And it's unusual to see a freshman do that. That's
yeah, we saw Ian and Drake and James Brown, a couple of guys getting out of the car earlier today, and I made sure to ask who was driving.
Yeah.
Making sure Captain Jack was not driving. I'm not riding with the New York City guy. They don't get their license in high school. To the Elite 8, Final 4, etc.
Oh! Whoa, hang on. Cadeau went for the punch. Jackson will try the 3.
And through all of that, it was a struggle to get 5 teams in a year ago.
And a foul will be on.
Did Cadeau really? His life.
Oh, he's got a bunch of dunks. I've watched him. He's got a bunch of dunks.
Where?
The weekdays at 4 Eastern. Right here on ACC Network.
We can't even criticize Joe this year. I mean,
no, we wouldn't. How it wasn't a struggle. I mean, Pittsburgh and Wake Forest should have been in the tournament last year.
No, 100%.
So if you're talking about 5 this year and what has been a down year, why were we getting 5 again? We're talking about another 5 teams this year in a league that hasn't been as good.
No doubt.
Wilkinson the takeaway. Here's Jackson with R.J. Davis. And he will take it away and score. That gives him 20. Carter from Daytona Beach, Florida.
Heard of him.
In the lineup.
Yep.
And Cal had this guy who was like a big forward named Tony Gonzalez.
He was pretty big. I had a home visit with Tony.
Wow.
He was a really good
career, even at the highest level of the NBA.
Vladimir Palovich and Matt Dessler have come on the floor, along with Jack McCloskey into the lineup here for Cal. And there's an up and under move, and that's Cade Tyson. First points for Tyson.
A little known fact, we recruited all the Marbury brothers and did not get one of them. So I don't know what that says.
Devin Curtis is a 6'11" sophomore from Milwaukee, wearing number 13 for Coach Madsen. Here's McCloskey. And a rim, and by the way, longtime ACC fans, there's no relation with the former Wake coach and longtime NBA executive Jack McCloskey.
Those guys have been going for 40 years.
No, but no similarity to the families is what I meant.
Okay.
Told, yeah.
Nobody knew who you were talking about.
So Carolina wins 79-53. And the Tar Heels win for the 4th straight time and for the 6th time in the last 7 games. And we're going to visit with Ian Jackson here in just a moment.